Hey everyone, Al here from OpenWalnut, and today we will be walking through Keeper, an easy Linux-based machine from Hack the Box. Let's get it cracking. We will begin with full port scan, host, keeper.htb, top ports, full, nmap CLI, nmap SV for version scan, SC for default script scan, and OA for output in all formats, nmap results. While this full scan is running, which is going to take a while, let's continue with a quicker scan on this side of the terminal, and we will do top ports 100 so we have something to investigate in the meanwhile. Okay, so looks like we have SSH and a web server on port 80. Let's head there and browse around. And here we are presented with a message that says, to raise an IT support ticket, please visit ticketskeeper.htb/rt. If we click on this, I'm pretty sure we're going to get an error as it cannot resolve. So let's go ahead and copy this subdomain and add it to our host file. And here we're presented with software called Request Tracker and the authentication screen. Here we also have the version of the software. So perhaps let's Google if this has any exploits. Nothing obvious comes up for our version. Next thing we can do is perhaps Google for default credentials. So on this wiki page it says username is root and password is password. Let's try that out. So here looks like we have a ticketing system. I will zoom this in another 20% and let's look around. Maybe we will find some tickets. ID number and quotes. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go to recently viewed. Looks like there is a ticket there. Issue with KeyPass client on Windows. Considering this is a Linux system, not sure if this is going to be helpful, but let's check it out. Perhaps there will be more clues. Please, attached to this ticket is a crash dump of the KeyPass program. Do I need to update the version of the program first? Thanks. I have saved the file to my home directory and removed the attachment for security reasons. Once my investigation of the crash dump is complete, I will let you know. So what I got so far out of this is perhaps there is a user named Liz. And here we have an RT email address, which is not really useful, I think. And Liz, it looks like her name is Liz Norgard, and this seems to be like a username. First letter of the first name and then her last name. And it looks some sort of Scandinavian or Nordic. Let's browse around more. Perhaps we can see what other users are here or what other users are present in the system. I should have copied the name. Let's go back. Let's see, perhaps we can just click on this user. So in the admin panel, we went to users here instead. Let's investigate Liz a bit more. Username Liz. Language Danish. Unix login. So here we have the system login. So I guess it's the same username used here and in our system. And actually here, it looks like we have a potential password. So let's try the username and the password. The full scan here is finished, and as you can see, the only two ports that are open is SSH and 80, so the same thing as here. And that is why sometimes I do a quick port scan, because otherwise we'd be waiting for this for quite some time. I will collapse this, and here I will do SSH, username, and we will use the following password. And looks like we're in. And here we have the user flag, and we have another zip file. I usually do sudo L for privilege escalation, but here it seems like we need a password. I wonder if we use the same password. If nope, there is no sudo command that we can run. Perhaps let's focus on the following file since it's already present in this directory. We can attempt to transfer this file to our system using a Python web server. So let's do Python 3. M for module, http.server. And because we don't have root, we can only do higher ports. So we will do port 8000. And looks like we got the server running. And let's split the terminal again. And we'll go to HTTP, machines, keeper. And we'll do wget, HTTP, keeper.htb, and column 8000, rt 30k.zip. Let's wait for this to download. For some reason, it seems like our connection closed and it's trying to re-download again. And it finally finished downloading. Let's see. Perfect, let's unzip this file. Looks like we got two files out of it. KeyPass dump full and passcodes kdbx, which I think is the database file containing the passwords. Let's Google if we can, what we can do with KeyPass dump. Looks like there is an exploit. Let's check this out. KeyPass to X master password dumper. Actually, let's check out what version of KeyPass we have. I believe you can do that by inspecting the database file with file utility. So looks like it's KeyPass password database 2.x. So far, considering the age of the exploit and the version of the database, seems promising. However, this looks like C#, and we would want something that works in Linux. Although I'm pretty sure you can port this to Linux, I don't have that set up currently, so I will try to find perhaps a Python script. This vulnerability was assigned CVE 2023 and fixed in KeyPass 2.54. 222. KeyPass master password dumper is a simple proof of concept tool used to dump the master password from the KeyPass's memory. Apart from the first password character, it is mostly able to recover the password in plain text. No code execution on the target system is required, just a memory dump. It doesn't matter where the memory comes from, can be the process dump, swap file, hibernation file, various crush dumps, or ramp dump of the entire system. It doesn't matter whether or not workspace is locked, it is also possible to dump the password from RAM after KeyPass is no longer running, although the chance of that working goes down with the time has been since. Let's check out the second exploit. And here we'll have what looks like a Python exploit. Although there is no date mentioned here, considering the timing and the date here, it looks like it lines up as well. As a reminder, the first character cannot be found in the dump, and for the second, the script will only give you a few possibilities. In any case, we recommend to run the brute force on 2 characters with the script below. So here it looks like it's using KeyPass CLI and database, and then it's just trying different word lists. Different word from a word list. Okay, so let's check out the script and perhaps download it and use it. I'm just going over the script and inspecting what the script does. So the script does not seem to do anything unintended. I'm going to go ahead and download it. In the future, if you would like me to go over the script in details, let me know in the comments, but for now, I'm not going to do that in favor of time. So wget the script is downloaded. Let's do Python 3 POC. And looks like we have a list of possible passwords. However, I believe the password could be in another language because we have these characters that look like circles. I think if we go back here, it says that the user is Danish. And we also have these O's looking characters. If I paste it here, let's see. Nope. Did not like that. If I paste this here, nope, turned up like an O. Nope, still turned up like an O. Hold up. Let's Google and see if Google can return us what character that might be. And one of the first few Danish things that comes up is Danish red berry pudding with cream. Rodgrod med flawed. If we disregard these two characters, we are left with, let's copy this over. We are left with what looks like our password, except it seems that here they use a lowercase. So let's copy this. Copy selection. Actually, you know what? Let's echo this. That way we have it saved on the screen. And I believe we can use KeyPass CLI, KP CLI D KDB to interact with our passcodes database. Let's try this password. And no, does not seem to work. Let's try lowercase instead. Let's do KPCLI again. KPCLI, KDB. And looks like that was the password indeed. So if we press for help, we get a list of commands that we can use. First, let's use show, which required an argument. We don't have an argument yet. Let's do pwd to print the current working directory. Let's do ls to list items. Okay, let's go to passcodes. Let's do ls again. If we do ls with a wildcard, we see that network has two entries. So if we go to network, we can do show. I'm not sure what F is for. So let's do show F. Maybe it's force. Keeper.htp. And here it looks like we have a password for the root user. Let's exit from this and let's attempt to sign in with root. So we'll do ssh root keeper.htb, and we can paste clipboard. Looks like the password does not work. Let's check if this user is actually, if this SSH actually allows for this user to log in as root. So we'll do SSH lnorguard keeper. I don't remember the password let's just copy and paste it. And let's do etc ssh config grep root. Nope, that did not work. So does not mention anything about root login here. Perhaps root cannot log in with the password. Cat ssh dconfig. It says permit root login, yes, however the password doesn't work. Nevertheless, looks like here we have Putty user file, which I believe can be converted to an SSH key file ID RSA. And let's save this. I guess there is no get it. I'll just open a notepad. Let's save all of this. Let's replace. Oh, is there replace? Let's make this bigger. And let's just remove all of this. I wonder if I can just replace it, but I don't see a replace option available here. Let's see, let's do search. Find and replace, Control R. Not sure what happened. We'll do replace all. Let's save this. We'll save it as root ppk. I believe that's the format for Putty files. And you can use Putty gen utility to convert ppk file into SSH, into Linux SSH compatible. So as you can see here, we will do Putty gen root ppk, where output will be private openssh, and our output file will be id_rsa. Let's see that it has correct permissions. Yep, read-write, which is equivalent to 600, or at least it should be. It's nice that it actually does it by default, because I remember a few years back you would need to do chmod 600 on the file. So let's try to log into the box using using the certificate we just generated. This is accomplished with an I flag in SSH. And as you can see, we have logged in as root on the system. This was a fairly easy box. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to leave a comment. Cheers.